Good morning, my beautiful friends. This is your wake up call with Maui Paul. I am Maui Paul, and we are here this morning to say some nice things about ourselves. We're going to do that with my I Am deck. This deck is full of amazing, beautiful, positive affirmations that just allow us to speak truth into our own lives. And it is a fact that the world has many messages for us, and some of these messages are good, and a lot of them aren't. And so we are going to just be really proactive about it today, really proactive about saying good things to ourselves, about populating our internal consciousness with really wonderful things to say. So I'm going to pull a card off the top of the deck and I'm going to ask you if you are the affirmation on the card. And you're going to respond out loud, I am the affirmation on the card. And then we're going to work through that affirmation together. So let's get started by pulling this one off the top of the deck and saying that I am focused. I am focused. I devote my energy to what truly matters. So I am focused. I devote my energy to what truly matters. Are you focused? You are focused. You devote your energy to what truly matters. So I'm going to write that in the chat right now. And I encourage you to write it in the chat as well. The fact is that as we as you hear these things from me, that's one level of engagement. But when we actually write them ourselves, we have to make it real. We have to make it manifest in our world. And isn't that the whole point of manifestation, is to manifest stuff in our world? So let's manifest this thought. Let's manifest the thought that I am focused. All right. So I've written that over there, and I encourage you guys to write that as well. And I'm really excited. Oh, hey, how's it going there, Brian? Nice to see you over here early this morning. I hope you're doing well down in Florida. So I am indeed focused today, and I was interesting. I was going through my notes yesterday. I keep notes in a couple different places, but I have a digital note taking software that really helps me to remain focused on my goals. And I found a note that was fairly old. I mean, it was probably about 3 or 4 weeks old. And on that note, I had things that to do every single day. And one of them was do this wake up call with Maui Paul. Another one was actually read the books in my library more proactively. And as I looked at this stuff, I realized that I was actually doing many of these items without necessarily being prompted by my list. And I'm very much a list-based person. When I put something in a list, I tend to accomplish that list. For me, the trouble is disciplining myself sufficiently to actually write the list and to write it the day beforehand or the night beforehand, which is a little trick that I use because I found that when I write a list of things that are in the early morning before I get to work, then that list is really colored by my perceptions of what I believe that I can or can't do in that day. But if I write my list the night before, as I am in the habit of doing, then the next day is there's a whole sleep cycle before then, and so it feels like anything is possible. I can do anything. That's just a mindset shift for me and a little life hack that I've discovered that allows me to really focus on the things that are important because I am focused, right? This card today is inviting us to focus on the things that matter to us and then on the things that are effective. I recall time in the past when I was working on an online business that I only ever halfway launched, and I recall that I spent like 2 days deciding on what the font for my website was going to be. How ridiculous! How ridiculous! How majoring in the minors. No wonder the thing never got done. It never got done because I was too scared to just actually go out and talk to people about it and focus on getting some customers for it. Instead, I was focused on making sure that my font was perfect. How ridiculous! And of course, it's no shocker to me now that that thing never really took off. And yet, when I just start moving on things, when I just start doing, when I focus on the things that are important, when I recognize the things that are important, and that's the real work there. Recognizing what's important is the real work. Deciding what to do is the work. doing it isn't really the work, not at least not for me. Deciding what to do is the most difficult part. And so that's why I make my focus lists the night before. And thank you guys again so much. Look at all these comments coming in. You guys are focused. Hello, Lauren. Hello, Donna. Hello, Brenda Jean. You guys are indeed focused. Some of the most focused people I know. I stand in awe of just how much you guys accomplish when you set your minds to it. So, yay. Anyways, we are we are indeed focused today, and so this card is an invitation for us to just decide what's important and then move forward on the things that are important. Always moving forward, never standing still. If we're standing still, we're moving backward. So always moving forward in the things that really matter to us. I want to say thanks so much to you guys for sharing this stream. You guys rock. I just passed like 3,000 views on YouTube. YouTube sent me a little email saying, "Congratulations, your channel got like 3,000 views in total." And it was interesting to me because I've never really promoted the YouTube channel. It's just an archive for my stuff. But it's fascinating to just see that little milestone happened without me really doing anything about it. It was just views, a couple views here, a couple views there, and ultimately, it's the small things that add up to the big things. And we, as human beings, are programmed to want things to happen in a hurry. We decide on an outcome, and then we feel like we're not, we're not successful until that outcome is achieved. But look at nature around us. Nature around us is never in a hurry. All the nature around us is becoming at its own pace, and it is perfectly doing so. And yet, here we are trying to hurry things along, saying it's not done yet, and therefore it's not good enough. Therefore, I'm not good enough. And when we do that, we just give ourselves anxiety and stress. So let's just take a lesson from nature and focus on the things that are important and move forward on them a little bit every single day. And like I mentioned before, if you guys need a particular affirmation, you can find them on my YouTube channel, and that is linked in the video description. But yeah, so thank you guys so much for coming by, and aloha from paradise.